the single most important thing in preparedness. Hey everybody, I'm Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. I hope you guys like my videos. I really appreciate all your support, all the subscriptions, all the comments, all the sharing of the videos. And if you haven't done that, please do it. If you are doing it, please continue. Yes, please subscribe, please hit the like button, ring the notification bell and select all, because that actually, there's a difference. That actually matters in the algorithm. Check back to make sure you're not unsubscribed because, you know, censorship happens. Yeah, I really appreciate all you guys' support. And I appreciate all the comments. Like you guys just saying, hey, you just keep it real, you are who you are. Well, yeah, that's just me. That's who I am. I can't be somebody other than myself. But back to the topic of the video, the single most important thing in preparedness. Pause the video and guess what it is. Then restart the video. Here, we'll just do a little pause. Your mind. That is the most important thing in preparedness. Your mind, your mindset, your ability to adapt, overcome, your flexibility, your ability to make do, to figure out things, to come up with simple solutions for complex problems, problem solving, recognition, memory, gathering of intelligence is important. All these things. You have to have a sharp mind. Have a fit body, but man, a fit mind. Whew, a fit mind is right up there. I feel is number one thing in preparedness. Because no matter how many preps you have, no matter how big your garden is, no matter how many animals you're raising, if a situation happens, a dynamic situation that you're not able to adapt and overcome because your mind is weak, then you lose. This is very, very important. You have to have the ability to adapt and overcome. Part of it is, one thing is, if you have a tendency to procrastinate, don't. Just don't. Just stop doing it. If you know you need to do something, get up and do it. Also, stress is in life. Dealing with stress. That's part of it. Sometimes it's physical, sometimes it's mental, the way you deal with it. There's a lot to it though. Try to, instead of calling the repairman for whatever project it is you have, try doing it yourself. Watch YouTube videos. There's YouTube videos for everything. Working on my vehicles, I almost always pull up a YouTube video. Repairing the electrical of my fifth wheel, YouTube video. Lots of different things. Pull up the YouTube videos. Support the YouTube community. But try to get outside your box. Outside your comfort zone. If you just stay in your comfort zone, you're never going to grow. You're never going to expand your knowledge. You'll always just be stuck where you are. Also, along with mind comes mindset. The mindset to never quit, never give up, never say die. Who y'all? Seriously. The attitude to keep going, no matter what the odds, no matter what is put in front of you. Dynamic thinking, the ability to adapt your patterns of behavior to solve problems, to mitigate threats. There's a lot to it. What kinds of things can you do? There's a lot you can do to keep your mind sharp. Read. First off, that's one of them. Then you can play those little memory games where you take a table, you put a bunch of different objects down, you have a certain amount of time to look at them, then you cover it up. Then somebody asks you, okay, what color was this? How many items were there? All these different questions like that. That's a way to keep your mind sharp. Also, when you're out and about, try actually looking at things. Instead of just going about mindless zombie on your cell phone, pay attention to your surroundings. Look at what there is. Why is there a box, a package sitting on the roadside? Tell you what, those in the military, that comes second nature to us. Because something out of the ordinary is sitting next to the road or in the trail or next to the trail or out patrolling or something like that, that's not a good thing. Situational awareness is big time. Being aware of what's around you. That's using this and these. Being aware. Being able to analyze. What are those things? Who are those things? Who is that guy? Why is he walking the way he is? What's his body language? Who's that person? Is that person a threat? Are they carrying a gun? Are they not carrying a gun? I'll tell you what, except for very experienced people, I can usually tell when somebody's carrying a gun. Concealed. Obviously, open carry, I can tell. But, oh man, there's so much to mental preparedness. Like I said, it is the most powerful tool in preparedness. Always learning new skills. That's another way to keep yourself sharp. Doing Sudoku, crossword puzzles, always learning. Maybe take a class at the local community college. Take online classes that are free, that don't give you college credits, but maybe it's teaching you about something you want to know. Take courses in CPR, TCCC, ham radio, whatever it may be. Always be challenging yourself. Always be learning new skill sets. The more skills and the more knowledge you have, the more you'll be able to adapt and overcome dynamic situations and challenging situations. Things that are outside your norm, that you're not used to. A lot of it is just, it really comes down to the mindset of, I'm not going to give up. Here, I'll tell you a little story. So when I was going through dive school in the Navy, I was a long distance runner all through high school and stuff, but I had shin splints really bad in dive school. Why? I'm a natural runner. Why would you have shin splints? Because I wasn't able to run at my own pace. I had to run in formation a lot of times. And just running at somebody else's stride screwed up my shins. I was popping 2 to 3, 4, 5, 6, 800 milligrams of Motrin every single day just to get through dive school. But that's because I was not going to quit. I came from a command that was pretty much almost everybody's a diver. There's no way I was going back there as a failure. No way. That's mindset. Never quit. Ever. Okay, so along with that story is, so we're doing this instructor versus student race. And it was run this certain loop. You had to get in the water. You did a 1,000-yard bay fin. And of course, I'll tell you a little story about that here in just a sec. Then you had to run the course again. Then you had to, and along the course you had to do there was pull-up bars and a bunch of stuff like that. Anyway, it was this course laid out. So, first run, almost all the students were in front of the instructors. We're young, we're hard, we're ready to go, we're ready to eat the world. Then we get in the water. Okay, we had these little chintzy crap dive school issued fins, and we had to lay on our backs with our arms crossed and just do this. That's the only thing we were allowed to do. The instructors had these really sweet they had blades and all this stuff like that, super jet fins and different things. And then they also had webbed gloves, and they're doing combat crawl and stuff like that. And we're like, no way, that's not fair. So they blew by us in the water. Okay, we get out of the water, we start running again. I see my lead instructor up on this hill, and I'm powering. I'm catching him. I go powering by him. He's about halfway up the hill, so I'm about 3/4 of the way up the hill, and I'm done. All my energy is expended, but I'm not quitting, period. So in the middle of the run, I put my head off the side, and I just blew chunks all over the side of the road. My lead instructor, I'm not going to say the specific language he used, but he's like, who effing yaw? He's like, I got a something on. And I kept on going because there's no way I was going to give up to those old men. To us, they were old men. They weren't really, and they were in super good shape also. But anyway, at the end, it was so funny because he called me up and he's like, this is an award. This is the Never Quit, Never Say Die award. And so it was pretty cool. And it's that kind of attitude, though. I'm not bragging. I'm just telling you the funny story. And I always knew that cross country and the other running in high school I did, I always knew at the end of a race if I gave it my all. Why? Because I was throwing chunks up on the side of the road after the race. Then I knew that I gave it my all. If I wasn't throwing up chunks, I was PO'd at myself. I was mad at myself because I did not give it my all, which meant I could have had a faster time. I could have had a new best. Something like that. That's another thing you need to be striving for. A new best, a new record. To bug out faster, to do more push-ups, to do more sit-ups, to walk further, to run further, to build more garden, to raise more animals, to get more preps, all these things. to have a faster, all those kind of things we talk about over on Patreon. Links in the description below. Anyway, yes, always be challenging yourself. But really it comes down to that attitude of never giving up. Even if you're defeated, even if you have setbacks, we all do. You get kicked down. You get beaten down. You're on the ground. What do? Do you quit? Or like in Rocky, do you jump back up and beat him up and win the fight? All right? Okay. Yes, we all get kicked down from time to time in this world, in this life. Nothing's perfect. We all suffer setbacks. It's how we respond to them that's important. Always keep a positive attitude. That's difficult. I have a negative attitude tendency that I have to fight all the time. Just earlier, my wife was getting onto my case because the new cat is living in our bathroom. What did he do? His litter box got stuff all over the bathroom and poop, and he had diarrhea and stuff. But anyway, I had to clean all that up. And so I'm like, I was kind of grumbling a little bit. And then I got it all cleaned up, sweet, perfectly clean, go out, come back in there. The litter box outside, because we're going to put the cat somewhere else in a different location. He had just taken another dump in my freshly cleaned bathtub and then walked in it. Across the bathroom, down the hall before I caught him. So then I had to clean it all up again. So yes, I get it. Negative, yeah, I have a predisposition to be negative. I have to fight that all the time. But the fact is just do it. Fight it. Don't give up. Don't give in to it. Always be striving to better yourself. Always be striving to be more positive and be a better person. I'll tell you what really helps me, Him, prayer to Him, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and my Father in heaven. Very, very important in my life. So please, always be striving to do better. Never give up. And always be working to improve yourself. I love you guys and have a wonderful day. Blessings to you and yours.